All right, so I have some very exciting announcements about a couple things having to do with the ETF spot approval for Bitcoin. We're going to talk about that at the very end, as well as some developments with one of my uh, most loved and hated projects of 2023, which is Kopi. We'll talk about that before we talk about the spot Bitcoin ETF approval. I have a couple projects I'm going to talk about and how my trading week went first. Let's get right into that with no further ado. Right? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we'll talk about Eazybot first. So Eazybot, for those of you who don't know, if you watch any of my videos, you know that Eazybot is something that I've been using for, gosh, that's August 25th of 2022. So over a year and a half of trading with Eazybot. It has been very good for me. Now, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. If you want to look at Eazybot for yourself, I have a registration link below. You can register without actually having to pay anything, put any money in, and then you can get 2 free bots to trade with for 45 days to test it out. You don't have to do any of that though, but you can also look at all the resources they have available, how to get going, what it takes, and all these things. The registration link's below. Anyway, done with that. So Eazybot is it's software. It's not an actual project you give money to, because I get asked all the time, what's the daily return on Eazybot guaranteed? I'm like, there is no guarantee on actual trading. If there's a guarantee, it's probably not actual trading unless the guarantee is very low and they can make money one day and carry it over to the next or whatever. But listen, Eazybot is just software. And it through an API, you keep your money in your exchange. You know, it allows trading with certain exchanges. And then through an API, it will send buy and sell signals to your exchange based on the algorithm that Eazybot creates to trade your money. So it stays in your exchange. So you don't give your money to a random stranger and say, hey, good luck. I hope I get my money back. This goes into this just software. So that being said, I've had better weeks than this. Okay. So as you can see, all these little red dots, that means they're inactive. And I'm okay with that right now because there's so much speculation, so much volatility. I could definitely make more money if I was trading right now, but I'm super risk adverse and I just don't want to buy before, if it does go down further, if the ETF doesn't get approved. I believe, this is my thought, my feelings, my gut. I have no facts to believe this, but I believe that Bitcoin as well as altcoins will see a drop. So I don't want to have my bots trading and then just buy right now. If it drops, I'll buy. If it starts to go up, I'll turn them back on and I'll realize appreciation and trading through that appreciation of the coins. So that being said, they've been on hold. I only made about $40 trading this week. And to be fair, starting this last week, I started talking about the gas fees to get real trading profits. So you know that when you trade crypto, you have to pay gas fees, right? Buy in and buy out. You know, when you buy the crypto, there's a fee. And when you sell it, there's a fee. And most of these softwares, these trading bot softwares, they also charge a fee. So, you know, obviously the more you trade, the higher those fees are going to be. So this week I made about $40 net. Can you see this? Let's double check. Yeah, I made about $40 net. You'll see it right here. Over here, $40 gross. I'm sorry, not net. That's a 0.53%. Well, 0.53% annualized, what is that, 26%? If I take 0.53 times 52 weeks, that's a 27% return. Not terrible. Okay, I can't really complain about that. But then when there's fees involved, and obviously if you're trading a lower amount, there's an SSF fee, which is a software service fee from Eazybot, and it tends to cut into profits, in my opinion, on lower trades. I've been told that's not necessarily the case. I still haven't seen the facts and data. I do need to reach back out to get that facts and data for you. But I had $22 in fees. That's not just SSF fees. That's SSF and gas fees. So that's the whole kit and caboodle, $22. So that means I had a net of $18. Now, $18, again, let's do this math. $18 is a 0.24% return because I had $7,600 and change at risk. But 0.24% times 52 weeks in a year, that's 12.48%. That's about 3 to 4 times what you'd get in, just holding it in a bank. And if the coin appreciates, you realize appreciation. If the coin depreciates, obviously you realize depreciation. Now, are there risks associated with this? Absolutely. These cryptos could go away. They could go to zero. There could be hacks. There's all kinds of risks associated with trading crypto. I like it. It is very high risk. I use my high risk capital to do it, and I'm happy to do so. It's been treating me very well. But that being said, this week, not the biggest return week I've had yet. You can see other weeks I've made $200, $300, $400 based on lower amounts traded. Now, I put a little more into this because I am betting, speculating, guessing, gambling that the ETF will be approved and we'll see an increase in the altcoin prices. Now, that's my opinion. Do not do anything actionable based on my opinion. That would be not smart. All right. Because that's what I'm doing. I am gambling. It literally is speculation, very high risk gambling. I think I've beaten that horse enough right now. So as you can see, I'm trying to get very realistic. I'm just deleting something over here. Very realistic on my profits because I didn't realize this wasn't inclusive of the gas fees as I was going along. Now I realize it is. I've adjusted, but I'm still happy with these returns. Now, a lot of people will look at me and say, dude, what are you doing? You're risking $7,600 to make 0.24%. That's dumb. I don't think so. I think that 2.29, that's over 100% return. What is that? 2.29. Sorry, I didn't have all these ready, but 2.29 times 52, that's 120% return. I'm very good with that. That is that's 10 times what I should expect, 10 to 12 times what I should expect in the stock market. Now, I can't say those are going to go on forever. Let's move on. So Eazybot treating me well, even though I only made 0.24% return. I'm okay with that this week. I'm okay with the risk for this money. Let's go on. So RevToken, another one I've been with for a little while. Their site is under maintenance right now. Why? Well, they took a beating this week. Okay, I like RevCoin. I still like RevToken. I still like RevToken. I even bought more this week. As you can see, I had 1,100 tokens. I bought about 500 more tokens. The price went down significantly. It went from 0.0355 to 0.0125. I'm still okay with that. That's a big drop, but I'm okay with that because it's a long-term play for me. And I'm going to start accumulating this because I believe that the team will produce valid returns on this eventually. It's an investment. Had a few, because of the trading that went on and the price drop, I got a few Matic returns. So basically, RevToken is a token that wants to bring honesty, transparency, and trust back to the DeFi. I'm along for the ride. Very small investment for me, a couple $100. We'll see what happens. They have a great active Discord. Check it out. I'm not telling you to buy it, but just take a look at it and see if it's right for you. All right. That being said, B&B Allstar is another one I'm still in. I'm not in a lot of projects right now. I've been rugged so many times. This one's still going. Now, I almost cussed, but I'm dumb in this one because I forgot to I forgot to reinvest for a couple days. So as you can see, I have 3 reinvest count, and in a couple hours, let's see, I've only been 4 hours, so 20 hours I can technically pull money out. I reinvest 3 times, and then I wait 2 days and take out 3%. So my next takeout should be, I put $100 in this initially. My stake is worth $487. Now, I can't pull that out. I can only pull it out through rewards because it is a true ROI app. I've gotten my money out. I put $100 in. I've gotten $146 out over time. This says 95%, but I'm looking at current token value. So my next one should be, let's see, what is 5 times 3? About $15-16. And I'll keep doing that until there's nothing left. There isn't a whole lot left. I would not get in this one at all. You can see, it's reaching a critical mass. They have about $14,000 left in here. The trajectory is downward unless people start putting money in there, which again, I wouldn't do. It'd be exit liquidity for those who've been there for a while. That being said, that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, as promised, I'm going to address 2 things. The first one is Kopi. Well, Kopi, they were a project for a long time, almost a year, and then they disappeared because of a hack to their system. And they said they're going to come back on January 4th. They came back, but not a lot of back, right? And then, if you go in the Discord, there's lots of, let me pull the Discord over here. There's lots of discussion, people speculating, and, if you say anything negative, you're a fudder. It is what it is, okay? I don't believe they're going to come back full force. They're open for new money, and then they're letting old money back in waves. So that just tells me that they're taking new money in to pay back old money. So I would not get in this one, okay? I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put another dollar in here until they give us our money back. I just don't think it's going to happen. Now, you can tell me I'm crazy. You can say that, Joe, they've done all these things. Why would they do this? This is why they would do this, is to get more of your money. They've already proven. They disappeared for 3 weeks without anything. And then all of a sudden they're back and they're coming back and this is what they're going to do. Who knows? I have no idea. But I don't know anyone who's gotten their money out in the first wave. So they had an announcement today at 8:19 a.m. And they said, hey, everyone, our first account processing wave has completed. I don't know anyone that was in the first wave. And wave 2 will continue tomorrow. It is worth mentioning the first wave was smaller in scale to make sure everything is working correctly. Great. I hope it is working correctly. I hope I'm wrong, by the way. We would also encourage users to exercise patience. I think we're pretty damn patient. Our goal is to return to full functionality in a sustainable way and not jeopardize the liquidity and security of the company. Look, we don't want to jeopardize the security of the company. God forbid that they have our money. Rest assured, all of your funds will be returned to you and access to your accounts restored user by user over the month of January. Well, it says user by user over the month of January. So does that mean that everyone's going to get their money back in January? Look, I am skeptical by nature because I've been rug pulled so many times. So many times. I mean, I lost count. And this one did return good returns. I did lose some money because I kept restaking at the end because I thought I had time to get my money out. I'm like, why would they rug now when there's all this other time left? But they did what they did. Now maybe it's a hack. I'm not accusing them. Yeah, I don't think I'm accusing them of anything. I just don't think it's legitimately going to give back all of our money. Now, as you can see, a lot of people are thumbs. You can't see this. This is so tiny. But this is 72 thumbs up. 18 clowns, 11 thumbs up with a darker thumb, 8 okays, 4 flags, okay, 9 broken hearts, 7 saluting faces, 6 poopies. So you can see that there's varying degree. 4 middle fingers. There's varying degrees of enthusiasm on this project. So we'll see what happens. Okay, last but absolutely not least is the biggest anticipated ETF ever on the planet, and that is the Spot Bitcoin ETF Approval. Now, I scour the internet for news. I look at things. I put out a video yesterday, talks about the reissue of a warning from the SEC that came out the other day, yesterday, as a matter of fact, and people were speculating that was they thought it was a new article that had been written, but the Say No to FOMO article, I don't think I have. Do I have that one? Say No to FOMO. Oh, here it is, right here. Say No to FOMO, right here. This thing. Well, that's not it, but here it is. Say No to FOMO article. This was written in March of 2022, but they reposted it the other day. And there's a lot of speculation based on that, saying that they're doing this because if they get approved, they don't want people to run out there and throw their money into the Bitcoin ETF. But this is written a long time ago, but they did repost it, okay? And they reposted it yesterday. A lot of speculation with that. Now, there's also, a lot of news that comes out on a regular basis, and experts weigh in, and there's been, reports of this and that. But I do like this one. I read this article from crypto.news. Pretty good article. And it says, according to Bloomberg, U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has provided positive feedback on key filings and requested no additional feedback on paperwork for several applicants. Now, that could mean that they have enough to make a decision, whether that decision be yay or nay. Okay. The agency's commissioners plan to vote on the exchange rule filings this week. At least one applicant, asset manager BlackRock, reportedly expect the SEC to approve its application for a spot Bitcoin ETF on Wednesday, January 10th. Now, let me just tell you about BlackRock. If you don't know about BlackRock, they're one of the largest, if not the largest, hedge fund in the world. I could be wrong on that data, but they have not millions, not billions, but trillions under management. Trillions under management. They own the companies that you think are big. They don't own the whole company, but they own bits and parts of companies that you think are big. They might be a controlling share of that company. They own, when I say own, they own the stock. They have assets under management of trillions in the $6 or $7 trillion range, bigger than total countries. Okay, lots of countries, most of the countries. I dare say all of the other countries. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. But my point is this, is that BlackRock thinks that they're going to get approved and they don't. What do you think is going to happen? I think there will be massive lawsuits, okay? But I don't know. So I think there's a very strong chance of the Bitcoin ETF getting approved. But there's still a vote. And I don't know how hard the vote has been lobbied. I don't know the people voting implicitly. I don't know, but if you vote for this, if you're on a board that votes and your voting isn't legal, like you're voting like on a law or a rule or a bylaw of that board, and you're voting against that rule or bylaw, you could be held accountable for that. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to turn out. I'm not 100% like a lot of these people are, seemingly 100% out there, but there's a lot of speculation. And that's probably why we've seen the drawback last couple of days, because there's been a lot of speculation and anticipation. Maybe they're selling the news. They bought the rumor and now they're selling the news. But it's regardless of any of that, it's undeniable. It's undeniable to think that once we have an approval, that money's not going to run in there. I mean, all of the funds that are in their applications are in line to get approved, they are going to be buying for liquidity purposes. They're going to be buying and selling Bitcoin, right? And then that's going to make it wide stream more available. So then the average person might go out and buy Bitcoin. So my feeling, my thoughts, my logic tells me that Bitcoin should head up. Now, how far up will it head? I don't know. They did a lot of analysis with the gold ETF approval, and before the approval, the gold was here, and then after the approval, it spiked all the way up there. And there's, infinitesimally, I don't know if that's a word, but check it out, more interest in the Bitcoin. Now, the Bitcoin spot approval for the ETF has been everywhere. This news, I've seen it everywhere. So it's hard for me to say, but I'm also at the same time not throwing all my money in there, because I'm going to listen to the no FOMO, no go on FOMO or whatever they said, whatever this was over here. But I'm just not running and putting all my money in there because I don't know what's going to happen. And if the ETF does not get approved, now the reason why I'm talking about this is it affects all of the other crypto assets you all are talking about out there. And if this doesn't get approved, we're going to see a drawback in crypto. It'll probably if it doesn't get approved now, it'll probably get approved in the future. So it might be a good time to look at thinking about purchasing if it draws back, because it's inevitable they're going to move forward and want to get this approved. There's just too much at stake here not to want to do it. So if it doesn't get approved now, it might get approved in the future. But that's what we're going to find out on January 10th, apparently. And I, for one, will be watching very closely on this, and we'll be talking about it. So, because it affects everything else that we do in crypto. That's all I got this week. I hope you found some value in this. I never told people in the beginning to like and share and comment and subscribe. But if you're here this long, please, for the love of God, just hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share it, and put a comment. If you could do all those things, I'd be really appreciative. That's all I got. Thanks for staying in here, and I'll talk to you soon.